It's too early for this. Good morning. Hiya. You wanna go outside? Okay. I was gonna vlog this morning. I tried, but my life is actually boring, so right now I'm making some tea. Swerve away. I got this at the tea shop this past weekend, which is buttered rum. It has black tea, sunflowers, and calendula petals. Pretty exciting. Hi, it's Torque. Basically, today I wanted to talk about something I think most of you are familiar with, which is kind of like all of the clair abilities, like clairsentience, clairvoyance, that kind of stuff, but I'm going to talk about clairaudience, which is basically being able to hear things that aren't naturally there, basically. Buttered rum tea is good. Anyway, so I was in my living room and my mom and I were dusting. I don't even know if anybody was coming over. We were just cleaning for some reason, and I hated cleaning back then, but it was dusting. It was the middle of summer. We had a screen door at the time for the front door, and then the regular one because it was so hot, and so you could hear everything out on the road. And it wasn't even a busy road either. It was just a side road. It was a little neighborhood. So you could hear cars going by, you could hear people walking with their dogs, you know, it was very very obvious when somebody was outside. And so I'm dusting, everything's dandy, whatever, it's pretty silent, you don't get a lot of traffic, and suddenly my hair stands up on my neck, and I hear this like really loud screeching noise, as if somebody was like speeding down the road and then suddenly like slammed on their brakes and couldn't stop. It's just like really fucking loud, and I immediately like was looking around like, holy shit, somebody's getting in an accident. And then just like imagine you hear the screeching sound, like somebody coming to a stop really fast, and then right at the end I hear this woman screaming like right in my ear, like really high-pitched, terrifying scream. And then right before you would expect to hear that impact, everything stopped. Everything was silent. So I like threw the duster on the ground, ran to the front door, opened it, ran outside, was looking on the street for an accident, you know, to make sure everybody was okay, and there was nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And it's like, I'm just standing there like, what the fuck just happened? Like, it was so real to me that I ran back inside, and my mom's like freaking out. She's like, what are you doing? What's wrong? And I'm like, did you just hear that? Like, did you not just hear that? And she's like, what are you talking about, Kara? So I explained to her what happened, and she kind of looked at me funny, and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about, let's just go back to dust. I went to my friend Cecilia's house, which is the one that was homeschooled. and we were just hanging out. And then we walked down to her neighbor's house, Nancy, and I told them what happened. I suddenly remembered, because we were watching the news or something. And Nancy goes, "Oh my God. There was an accident where a woman died right behind the house." And literally right behind her house is the highway. And so it would have made sense if something like that happened. So she was telling me basically that somebody had gotten into a really bad accident, like right down by the intersection, which is at the end of their street, behind her house. And I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, did I really just hear something happen that was like a mile away, as if it was in my ear? And because it was Nancy, and because she was a bit of a trickster, looking back, I'm really not sure if that was the case, if that was real, because I like I said, I was 13, I didn't check the news. But she genuinely seemed like she was freaked out that I had heard it, because it happened. So I'm not going to say 100% that that's actually what happened, because it might not have, and that's fine. But I know that I experienced something that was not there, and it was so real to me that I was just like dumbfounded. I didn't know how to explain it away. That's basically what I wanted to talk about, is, you know, what it's like to experience certain things that we talk about in the community on and off. I'll definitely get into more of the Claire abilities later on, but yeah, for me right now, I don't want to expand on my abilities if I do have them. You know, like I said, these could be just a coincidence that I randomly hear people screaming in my ear, but regardless, I'm still sick. I still am really tired, and I don't really want to get into it. I don't want to have to deal with connecting with things that I'm not really prepared to communicate with. So that's it. That's my story for today. I'm gonna try to cut this down a little bit, but I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you later.